Hello, in day 8 we are going to learn the commands like file menu bar, edit menu bar, material and then custom material. Let's learn these things in the SketchUp now. After the heading we get a menu bar. The first option we have is file. So I am going to click on that file option. As we already know that how to select the new template, here we have a new option only. So when you click on this new option, now it is telling that do you want to save the earlier file things, then you can say no. Now I got new page, but I don't know whether it is a meter template or feet and inch template like that. So in the lower version you can able to see only the new option, but from the 19, 20, 21, 22 like this, so we get the new option or update, that is new from the template. In the earlier version we have to close and then we have to reopen that particular software by double click and then we have to go with the particular template. But here we have one more update, that is new from the template. You can click over that and then you can select the particular template which one you want to select and then close. Next is open. So in order to open the older file, then you just click on the open option, or else you go with the shortcut, that is Ctrl O, and then go to the particular location where you have saved your project and then you can open it. Next one we have is save option. In order to save, we are going to click on the save option. So if we are going to save it first time, then click on the save as option and create the particular folder, give the file name and then the file type is .skp. Even you just expand it and you get a more options like 20, 19, 18, 17 like this. So as you know, we can open lower version into higher version, but we can't from the higher to the lower. So in case of that, if you want to send someone who are using the lower version than you, then make sure you are sending the same version or else you go with the lower version. In case while we import the SketchUp file into the Lumen, that also we can save that in a particular lower version. Like this way you click on the save option. Next we have is send it to layout. So once you complete the whole project, we have to give the working drawing detailing that which material we applied for the model and what is the dimensions for the projections and designs what we made for the project. So we can see it later how this layout will help us to get the detail. The next geolocation we have, in order to add the current location of your project, we may use this geolocation option. Before that, make sure you have connected to the internet and then you click on the add location option. So I am just connecting to the internet now. Next, I am clicking on the geolocation and add location option. You can go with a particular location. So now I am getting the notification that sorry, you must be logged in. So as I told you, in order to use this warehouse and the extension, so we have to log in with the Gmail ID. So I am logging it again. Once you log in, then you go to the enter an address here. So if I go with particular location, or you can go with area, survey number, whatever the data you know, and I click on the search option. So you can go with the nearby landmark or area like this. So if your project is here, then I just take a select region option to select that particular region and then you can crop the required area like this. Even you can show the surrounding site and then click on import option. So once you wait, you will get the current location. There you can show your future project or construction project or current project like this. It just to show that the project location with the help of geolocation. Next, if I am going to delete this, then I can't, because as when I select this, I am getting the red boundary. It means it locked. So in order to unlock this, just right click the option and then say unlock, so that we get the blue boundary, which means it unlocked. Then you can delete it. In order to lock and unlock the option, I just go and then draw the object. Now if I want to lock this, and then if I right click, then I can't, because we have to convert this into group or component to lock that. So click on the make group option and then right click to lock it. So when we get a red boundary means it locked. To unlock, again you can right click and then click on the unlock option, or else you go to the edit option and then unlock only selected, or if you have a multiple objects locked, then you can say all option. Now I say selected. In this way you can lock and unlock the particular object. Next one is warehouse. We already learned this, how the 3D warehouse will help us to download the components like door, windows, car, any other things. Even you can go with the window option and click on the 3D warehouse and then you can use it. Next is Trimble Connect. So if you want to connect to the company to get the help of it, then you can go with the Trimble Connect. The next one is we have import. We already learned that how to import the DWG file and then JPG file into the SketchUp to develop into 3D. Next we have is export. We learned that how to export our model in a different style, that is architecture style, by using the 2D graphics option. Even you can export your 3D model into the different file versions, that is AutoCAD file version, Collad file, FBX file, like this. In order to use this SketchUp file into the any other software, then you can export your SketchUp model into the particular file format and then click on the export option. Next we have is a print setup and all the stuff, but normally we don't take the print of the model, so we just send this model into the layout and then we can take the print. And here we have the recent projects what we opened recently. Next we have is a edit. We have so many editing tools here like undo, redo, cut, copy, paste. In order to operate this, I just go with the object now. And then if I erase any one of the edge or face by using the erase, then if I want to do Ctrl Z or undo, then I press Ctrl Z to make it undo and Ctrl Y to redo, or else you go with the edit option and then you can click on the undo erase. Even you can go with the other shortcut, that is Alt plus backspace to say undo erase, like this. And then we have a redo erase, that is Ctrl Y, like this. I just do Ctrl Z. Next one is cut it. You can cut the object, or else you can go with the shortcut, that is Shift plus delete. I cut it here. And then if you want to paste, then you can go with the shortcut, that is Ctrl V to paste it and then click on the particular location. Next we have is a copy. For that Ctrl C to copy it, or else you can go with the move and then Ctrl to copy it. Next we have a paste. You can paste it, or else even you can say paste in a place, means you get two objects. You can paste the same object in the original location, like this. If I delete, next one is select all. To select all, you can go with the shortcut, that is Ctrl A like this. Next option is delete guides. So you know that how the tape command will help us to take the measurement while doing the exterior design or interior design. So once you're done, if I want to delete these guidelines, then go to the edit option and click on the delete guides. Now my intention is to select these two objects, but if I select this one and then you go to the edit option and click on the invert selection, that is Ctrl plus Shift plus I, and if you say select none, then you can come out from the selection. Next one is hide and unhide. In order to hide, then just right click it and click on the hide option. Like this, you can hide it, or else you can go with the outliner option to hide any particular group or component. Even you can go with the layer option. If it is not a group and component, and if it is not in the particular layer, then you can go with the right click option and then hide it. In order to unhide, click on the edit option and then we have a unhide. So if you want to unhide the last one or recent one, or if you want to unhide the all, depending on the requirement, you click on the option. Next we have is lock and unlock. We already learned that. And what is the difference between group and component? We learned that. So group and components are very important. So group means A is not equal to B is not equal to C, means in group the each object act like an individual object, and in the component, so A is equal to B is equal to Z, like that, means those components are dependent each other. If I do any changes in one of the component, that will reflect in the another component. Let's learn how to explode and then make a unit. For that I just go with the rectangle. I draw column that is about 0.23, 0.23. I push it about 3 meter. So if the columns are with the same dimension and the same material, I just do it as a component, and then you can give the name, that is column 0.23 by 0.23. Like this, and then if you want to copy it into multiple time, wherever you want to place, then you can place it like this. So now if I want to edit this component, you just right click it and then you can edit component option, or else you double click to edit that particular component. If I do any changes in any one of the column, means it is affecting the all other columns also because of the component. So assume that you have a special condition that I want to edit only this column which will not affect the other three, then either you can explode that to come out from the component part, or else if you don't want to come out from the component, then here we have a make a unique option. In order to make this unique, click on that, so that I am going inside the component and then I am doing the changes. It is not affecting the other. Like this way you can operate the make a unique option. And totally if you want to come out, then you can say explode. That means you will get a single faces and single edges like this. If I apply any material to the component, means you go to that material option which is in the default tray. Here we have a materials. In the material you can find the different types of the materials. Here we have the in model option, and then expand it to get the more categories, and then 3D printing material, asphalt concrete material, brick material, carpet, color, metal, pattern, roofing. We have a different categories. If I go with color, then you will get a plenty of colors. You can select any color and then you can apply. Like this way you just apply, but if you want to apply it only one faces, it means we have to go inside the component, and then make sure you are selecting only that face, as it is in the component means it is affecting the other. And if I select this one and apply, this is how you can edit the component according to the requirement. Next, in order to edit this material, then if I want to edit this color, maroon color, now I can able to see this one, that is color D07. Make sure you have the same color which one you want to edit. For that I go with the sample paint option, or else you go with the bucket tool and then press Alt to get the sample icon, and then select the material or pick the material which one you want to edit. Make sure you get the same material and then click on the edit option. You can change the color of this column by clicking on the color wheel. Here we have the picker, that is color wheel. Expand it. Even you go with the RGB values. For each color we have the RGB code. If I go with 255 and 255, then I will get white color. Let's go with the color bar, RGB color. So here I have the color palette. For each color we have the RGB code. To apply the same thing, here you can see I have the colors with different RGB code. So let's work out with this how to apply the particular RGB code. First, I just apply any one of the material to the column, and if I want to edit that, you go to the edit option here, and then in the picker option, by default you have the color wheel. When you know the RGB color code, then click on the RGB option here. You can take any one of the example, that if I want to apply this gold color, the code is 255, 215 and then 0. In the R it is 255, and then in the G it is 215, and in the B it is 0. So I get the same color like this. You can go with the other, that is 255, 00 for the red, then 255, 0 and 0. So like this way, whenever you want to apply the different colors with the RGB values, make sure you should know the RGB, and then click on the edit option, change the picker into the RGB, and then put the particular color code. Next, I am clicking on the select option. I delete this one. If I want to apply any other material rather than color, then you can go and then apply the particular category of the material. And if I go with this wood veneer or tile, whatever it may be, for that I just draw the floor about 5 to 6 inch, make a group, and now I take the floor material and then apply it. If you want to apply for only the top face, then you can go double click and select the face only, and then I apply. Go to the edit option to change the color combination of the material. If I do any changes, so you can change, but normally we don't change the color for the texture. Make sure whatever the changes you are doing for the material, that should be available in the market. So you can't go roughly. I just do Ctrl Z, or else you can click on the undo color changes like this. That is the original color what we have. And then here we have the scale option. You can change the horizontal and vertical scale. Now the value is 3. You can make it 4 and 2 like this. So like this way you can change X and Y value, and if you want to lock, you can lock it so that you can give the same value in both the direction. like this. Make sure whatever the scale editing you are doing, that should be properly fitted to that geometry. Here we have a plenty of options depending on the requirement for which part we are going to apply the material. You can go to the different categories of the materials and then apply, and this is how we edit with the help of color and then scale option. If I want to apply the other material, if I want to customize the other material, then make sure you should download it from the Google or any other site. Let's learn how to apply that material. I draw one more geometry. For this I want to apply the new material. So here we have the create material. You can create your own material by clicking over here, and you can give the name, that is wall texture or wall tile, whatever it may be. And then here we have the browse option. Go to the browse option. I go to the desktop, and then I have a folder with me, that is project textures. Depending on the requirement, you can apply any tile. Now I take this and open. Make sure whatever the image you are selecting, that should be in the PNG or .jpg format, and then click on OK option and apply it. And same way, if you want to edit the scale of it, go to the edit option and then change it, and even you can little verify the colors. As I told you, make sure that should be available in the market. So this is how we apply the material and then custom material. If you want to see the material which you use it for your project, then you go to the select option, and when you click on in model, or when you go to the in model option, you can able to see only materials what you have used for your project. Next, right click it and click on the entity information to get the more information about that particular selected object. We already learned this. And then right click, you can erase, hide, lock, edit component, and then explode it. Now if I add these two columns to the particular layer, for that I just go to the layer option, tag option, create a new layer, and then you can say column. For this layer I want to add these columns to that particular column layer. Go to the entity information and then add it. And if I want to select by layer, then here we have a select method. You can go with the all with the same tag, so that I can able to select the objects which are in the same tag, then come out. And if I select this one and right click, if I say all instance, then I will get the same component, that is 0.23 column, like that. Next one is intersect faces. For that I click on the front view option, and then I draw one geometry. In order to make this smooth, you can go to the entity information and increase the number of segments. I delete this one so that I get single face. I'm offsetting it, delete this one, and then pushing it. Converting into group, and if I draw any design like this, doing multiple copies. Now if I want to intersect all these faces with respect to this, then if I select the top portion only, I can't able to select the top portion. For that I have to say intersect this faces with this model. For that, click on the edit option, and here we have the intersect faces with model or with selection. You can go with model and then select this, and now I can able to select only the top portion which I don't want, and then easily I can delete. So this is how you intersect the faces with respect to the model to make a particular design. In the next video we learn the other commands. Thank you.